welcome back to Synergy Bonus. Coming at you tonight with another one of our little war story segments. Tonight, Spoonie is going to regale us. Regale? Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah. Regale us with the story of, well...
All right.
Shoot.
This is...
Blow me away.
This is my first tabletop experience, my first, session, and first journey into Shadowrun. So it was my first everything in the world of tabletop. Again, Shadowrun. Shadowrun seems to be our go-to for the
memorable moments.
So
his first time when they popped his RPG cherry.
Yep. So I was playing a dwarf, as I seem to do in most tabletop games nowadays.
That or gnomes.
Nor gnomes.
Just short things
in general. But he was a dwarf street samurai. And our mission as a whole was to get this cyberware that our contact had said it was new tech. Just go get it.
Oh, I know this
bring
story.
It back. He knows it. He wasn't there for it, but he knows it.
We've all heard this story a few times.
So go get this new tech, bring it back. You'll get paid. Mm-hmm. So we do our legwork.
Give me a little more. What? For those who might not be familiar with Shadowrun, what's a street samurai? Everybody knows what a dwarf is. We've all seen Lord of the Rings.
I don't even know how to describe a street
samurai are basically guns for hire. Some of them, if they're going with the actual samurai ethos, have studied the code of Bushido.
Wouldn't that make them street ronin, really?
Yes, in theory, but thematics. But to the fact that they don't have magic and the fact they want to be deadly, they replace parts of their body with cybernetic. So if you've played Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, I'm sorry too.
I'm sorry too.
Jetstreet Sam, the guy with the robotic arm that uses a katana to fight a cyborg.
Okay. There we go.
So
that wasn't hard, was it?
No. I don't know. But so our contact says, okay, it's in this hospital, it's going to be installed in this guy. Mm-hmm. All right. So we do our little legwork and we find out that it's already been installed. It's like, oh, crap. All right. So first off, we find out... Actually, let me take it a step back.
Okay.
We do find out it's installed after we get into the hospital.
How'd you get into the hospital?
We get into the hospital because we basically jumped some hospital employees and masqueraded as janitors.
It's a standard plan.
Yeah.
It is a standard plan. Since I was a dwarf, I got to ride around on one of those floor buffer things with the trash bags on the side and whatnot. So we're going around, we hack in, it's like, oh, this new cyberware's been installed. Okay, what do we do? So we find out there's the patient just laying in the bed, and we're sitting there thinking for a minute. I'm like, I know what to do. Just put a pillow over his head. Someone on our team did, and I just take my sword, cut the head right off, completely off, pick it up, toss it in a garbage bag, and we just walk out of there. It was the least combat-heavy session I've ever played. That was the only act of violence, and it was on my part. It's the only idea that we can think of, because I'm going to get to that. So, we leave. No problems. We get to our contact. Here's your cyberware, just installed in the guy's head. He was disgusted, but he got it. He paid us, and that was it. Come to find out that this guy, since he'd just undergone surgery, was really receptive to suggestions. So if we just said, hey, come with us, we could have dressed him up.
Put him in a wheelchair, tell him that you're transferring him to another hospital. He wouldn't have asked any questions.
And he would have just come with us. No violence, no nothing. It would have been the most cleanest run. Well, I couldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Because you never know what would happen. But it could have went a lot smoother than that, possibly.
This is why Shadowrun needs a humanity system or a morality.
They used to have it.
Negative karma, right?
Yeah, bad karma.
Bad karma.
Yep. You had to, if you had bad karma for horrific actions, whenever you got karma, it would negate a point of bad karma. If you had karma already in reserve that you were saving to level up with, if you got bad karma, toss that karma away.
Instead, now we've got what? Notoriety?
No, that was implemented about the same time.
Yeah, it's not as bad, but it affects us long term.
Yeah, notoriety can screw you over, but at the same time, it's just a penalty to your dice pools.
Like, oh, Preston Argo, I don't want to work with that fucker. He's crazy.
Yeah, well, I
want to work with Team Synergy. Are you crazy?
I should actually mention this real quick. This was Shadowrun third edition. And it was, I mean...
That still had the bad karma system.
It had the bad karma system. I mean, magic was held together with, like, duct tape and glue.
Which is more than what was holding on the Matrix rules. That was held on by well wishes.
But it was an interesting experience, and I'm glad that I could be part of that. And it's
definitely
progressed.
It's definitely a way to get your feet.
It's
wet
definitely
into that.
progressed, and it's like, well, how horrific can I be now without?
This explains team synergy an awful lot.
It really does. I mean,
all right.
You said synergy was born then. Maybe it was born a little earlier.
It was conceived at this point. This
was
was the two gametes coming together.
It wasn't helped that the GM just reached that point of why should I learn to stop worrying and just love the what the fuck
the
is
chaos.
And actually, I think this was our GM's first time GMing. So it was a new experience, literally for our whole group, with the exception of these two, because they weren't in on this game.
I didn't know you yet.
I didn't know you at that time, and Greg, you
were the burrito fairy.
I was the burrito fairy, and that is not really a story.
This guy used to show up to the commons at the
college
we went to, and he would just distribute breakfast burritos.
I ended up working the third shift. I used to stop in at the college to see everyone. It's like, oh, people were sleeping on the couch and whatnot. I know everyone. Here's a burrito. Here's a burrito. Here's a burrito. Because McDonald's was right.
You get a burrito, and you get a burrito.
So I mean,
oh god, this burrito's full of bees.
It was
not the bees.
It was good times though. But yeah, that's my war story for Shadowrun.
That's the story of Rock the Street Samurai.
Rock the Street Samurai. The dwarf.
Riding his floor buffer.
Riding the floor buffer. Hey, we could have cleaned up the mess if it was any worse.
You weren't getting paid to clean up the mess.
No, I put a
pillow.
pillow.
You weren't getting paid to make a mess either.
I put a pillow.
It's a perk of the job.
All right. With that,
good night.
We'll see you next time. Good night and good gaming.